Welcome back to another unexpectedly random product review. Today we're looking at we're going to spice things up a little bit. We have Flamin Hot Cheddar Sour Cream Ruffles. Um, they look interesting. And then we have the hottest ever Flamin Hot Pepper Puffs by Cheetos. And according to the little footnote here, they are the hottest ever product in the Frito-Lay portfolio in the United States. And of course, we're here to be the judge of that. But like we typically do with spicy things, we'll start with the one that's not supposed to be quite so hot. So hopefully I still have taste buds left by the time I get to the super hot ones. So, Ruffles, Flamin' Hot, Cheddar and Sour Cream. It says by LeBron James. Always got to get your celebrity endorsements there to help advertise your products. And we'll get right into it. The one thing I know with anything called Flaming Hot within the Frito-Lay lineup is there's going to be a lot of red dye in it. Because that is the characteristic of Flamin' Hot chips and Flamin' Hot stuff. They have lots of red dye. That's what makes them appear to be super hot, even though they're oftentimes not really that hot, and also generally lacking in flavor. That's kind of why I was excited here that it was cheddar and sour cream, and also Flamin' Hot, because the cheddar and sour cream chips are pretty decent. And then you can add the heat in there with the Flaming Hot, because Flamin' Hot chips are basically just hot. So, yeah. We'll give them a try. The coating is, you can see how bright it is. It's a little distorted because of the saturation on my camera, but they're not very evenly coated, which I'm beginning to see is pretty consistent, I guess. Not great, because you kind of want an even coat on things so you get an even taste. But we'll go with this smaller one here that's got a relatively even coat on it, and we'll see how it tastes. Right at the very start, I can taste the cheddar, but it doesn't take long for the Flamin' Hot to take over, and then you really lose pretty much all of it. It just becomes Flamin' Hot. The taste of the chip itself, the kind of, if I can talk, kind of the potato taste, it still manages to come through, which is pretty impressive. It would have been better if the cheddar flavor was stronger, but having to compete with the Flamin' Hot, it's not surprising that it was really mellowed out. Taste wise overall, it's not bad for a hot chip. I think it's a good pairing for the Flamin' Hot to be mixed with the cheddar sour cream, because it helps balance it out. Because like I said before, I think it's Fritos. I'm not 100% sure, but the original Flamin' Hot varieties of chip, they're just hot. They really have no flavor at all aside from being hot and colored red. So it's not bad. It's passable. If I was looking for something spicy and there weren't a lot of options, I could see me buying that again. I really could. It is warm. If you're sensitive to hot stuff, you probably won't like it. My mom probably won't try them because she's not a fan of hot stuff, which is totally fine. I'm pretty sure she definitely won't try these. But she has surprised me before. Hmm. Maybe the corn in the, yeah, it's cornmeal based. Mostly just, wow. Let me get the, let me get the flashlight on and show you this. Okay. Here's the bag. Look at how red those are. Which, I mean, they're the hottest ever Flamin' Hot pepper puffs. So I'm not surprised. Those are bright red. Huh. That's pretty amazing. All right, hottest ever Flamin' Hot pepper puffs. They're pepper shaped, which is kind of totally adorable. They don't really have a fragrance. There's a little bit of a cornmeal smell to them, but otherwise, it's just there, which could be a very terrifying thing because it smells like it smells. Because a lot of hot things will have a very kind of a pungent, spicy smell, and these do not. Texture is very similar to a regular Cheetos puff. The corn taste comes through it actually quite well for having so much seasoning on it. And it's a little warmer than the Ruffles that we just tried. And that one puff, my mouth is quite burnt. It's quite hot. Burns a little bit. The taste is pretty good. It's right up the Flamin' Hot avenue with the characteristic Flamin' Hot taste. It might be a little spicier than just like an ordinary Flamin' Hot, but I don't think it's that much hotter. And it may just be that they use more seasoning on it when they make them. These puffs are all completely coated in red seasoning powder. So at least the flavoring is going to be consistent. I'm starting to sweat a little bit, so that's maybe an indicator of how warm they are. It doesn't, with just the one, the heat doesn't seem to have stayed at a very high level very long. I can still feel it kind of tingling in my mouth, but it's not overwhelming. Now, if you sat down and ate half a bag of these, it would probably hurt. But having a few here and there, no big deal. One drawback that's it's a little warm. One drawback of these because it is based on the puff and not the crunchy variety. Um, the the kind of fluffiness of it causes it to get stuck in your teeth. That's not the pepper puff's fault. Ouch. That's just a side effect of the being a puff. Um, Overall, it's actually pretty good. They're very hot. I expected them to be hot. They're not ghost pepper hot, which is great because ghost pepper things are hard to eat sometimes. Um, the flavor is heat. I mean, that's basically the flavor when it comes to flaming with just basic flaming hot stuff. Um, but in this case, it tastes good. I don't know that I could do more than a few of them at a time because it will build up. That heat will build up and it will hurt. But those are pretty nice. I would probably get them again. Most likely, I'd get them again before I got these because the flavor was just a little less than what I was anticipating. But if you like hot things and you don't mind the puffs, go out and try the pepper puffs. Get you some spicy, burny, puffy, pepper-shaped chips. That's all we got for this one. I'm going to find me a drink. And until next time, stay random.